To further the discussion on tech education, I have in the studio a tech educationist. Her name is Kate Ebinum. She's the Executive Director of Prime Innovations Institute of Technology. Thank you very much, Kate, for joining us.
Thank you very much for having me, Daphne.
So let's get to meet you. Who is Kate?
Well, as you know, my name is Kate Ebinum. I am the Executive Director for Prime Innovation Institute of Technology. We are a tech education business. We provide people with skills that they need to thrive in our current digital economy. We operate out of 3 centers in Lagos. We have a partner polytechnic in Delta State, and we also have a foreign affiliation with AppTech as well.
So what inspired you to go into education of technology, even for the younger ones indeed?
Well, it's not new. We've been around for 15 years, and we saw a gap between, the opportunities that people have to get skills. When I say skills, I mean tech skills, and apply these skills locally and abroad. So the idea was to actually build capacity in the country across board, because at the time we saw that tech was coming, it was going to be big, and it's still getting bigger as the years roll by.
So what do you do basically? What can we have a picture of what you do towards the creating a better tomorrow for people?
So again, we are an education institute, so capacity development, things like website creation, UI, UX, cybersecurity, software development, how to use digital marketing tools, basically the entire scope. If I'm being conservative here, we have about 20 or 15 courses that for each one, at the end of maybe 3 months, 6 months, or the 2-year program, you have a certificate and you have the capacity to earn money for yourself.
So what challenges have you met when we talk about training people, young people? What challenges do you think is out there? What's deterring them to get better?
Primarily tools and access to opportunity. But when you say tools, we have issues like internet. We have creating conducive environments for people to learn. And we have the issues now that young people, they don't really have patience. They want to be billionaires in 2 minutes. So a lot of them are looking for quick money. That's even a third thing. But even though we provide some of these things, we see that it's either they're in a hurry, they're looking for a quick fix. Even the ones that are serious, we now have the issue of placing them with different businesses to apply their skills, because again, this is Nigeria. If you are not loud, if you are not very popular, if you don't have an extra leg, you might not be able to get, into some spaces. But we try to put our students in rooms where they can actually do internships and take it from there.
Okay. Let's have a picture of the people you've trained and what they are doing now. Where have they found themselves?
Wow, we've trained, for argument's sake, more than 2,000 or 3,000, but I'll give you a couple. Recently, one of our graduates has been interviewed by angel investors in the UK for an application they created called Borrow Exchange. Now, what the app does is they want you to have the opportunity to borrow things against buying it. So you don't buy things you don't need. That's one. Then we have a lot of students who've gone to the UK and graduated with first-class honours. We have quite a few that are in Fortune 500 companies. Our stories from Lagos to London it's not even new for me anymore. I have students who've gone through my walls who are working in tech, in Silicon Valley, across the globe, and it's humbling, but I'm grateful.
Because when we were having a chat, you mentioned one of your students came up with, is it to look at the melanin?
Yes. Another one of my students came up with an application that can trace melanoma, which is skin cancer.
Melanoma, so yes, yeah, okay.
Which is skin cancer. Just from the picture, it will determine whether it is cancerous or it is benign.
Wonderful. So for Prime Innovations, PIIT, right?
Yes.
What's the future? What are you doing now to encourage younger ones to come nearer to tech?
Okay, for now we're trying to, 1, gain partners. 2, we have an event coming up on the 3rd of September at QMB in Ikate, Lagos. We're giving about from 20 to 50% off our major tech courses, which is, software engineering, cybersecurity, web development, That's what we're doing immediately. But in the long term, it is to expand across board because tech is here to stay. We've seen that it works. If you learn a skill, you can make money, you can change the life of your whole family and generation just from a 3-month course. So for us, it is important to continue this movement that we've created, ensure it is sustainable, scale it up to at least higher and global levels.
As we conclude, for someone listening to you now out there, a young man that does not know time is going, what words of advice you have for them that tech is the in thing now?
So it's not about it being the in thing. It works. Now, one thing I forgot to mention is some of my students always say it is very hard. But for anybody who wants to start, the most important thing is just walk through the walls and start. Because by the time you understand the basic concepts, half of your problem is solved. The most important thing is to start. Either start online, come to our center, get more information. Because what you don't venture into, you don't know anything about it and you can't gain anything from it. So my advice primarily is to seek information and to start, even if you're afraid.
Okay, amazing. Thank you very much, Kate, for joining us on Technyfire.
Thank you very much, sir.